Chairman, very much. And thank you, our guests here today, for your testimony. First off, I represent a district, the PA 9th, where the median income is $43,000. I don't represent the rich. Secondly, as the former revenue secretary for the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, I can assure you that Amazon pays a lot of taxes. A lot of tax revenue comes in from Amazon. I think earlier my colleague's main point that you guys wanted to try to minimize was about honesty and trying to get to the truth. I think that would be a honorable baseline to have a good conversation here with the Budget Committee that understands the budget and the numbers. So I'm certainly a little confused, call it frustrated, with what I'm hearing today from my friends on the other side of the aisle. What has been wrongly argued as the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act is responsible for this current budgetary deficit, first of all, is inaccurate. Right? The number's $150 billion and closing fast, by the way. And it is also inaccurate to say that this was purely a tax cut for the wealthy at a cost to the middle class. This could be nothing further from the truth. It's simply inaccurate and is not focused on reality and facts. The facts are the middle income taxes were reduced by 3 to 4%. The standard deduction doubled. Not sure if you know what that means, but $12,000 no longer is taxed of people's income. Small business did receive a 20% reduction. 75% of the people employed in my district work for small businesses. This was very important. Unemployment nationwide is lowest since 1969 in all demographics. Corporate taxes. We want to sit here and beat up on corporations. Corporations buy most of the product from small businesses. They work together. Our corporate tax, yes, it was reduced to 21%. However, if you are aware of this, Ireland's corporate tax rate is 12.5%, the UK is 19%, and Vietnam is 20%. We have to be competitive, and that is what is creating more investment and more manufacturing in our country, and it's happening. And the repatriation, but he just scoffs at that. It is getting near $1 trillion. It just doesn't happen overnight. So the goals of the tax cut are real. And, you know, I can't help but shake my head when I hear about all the woes and sorrowfulness of the deficit. You know, we spent 8 years where there was $9.5 trillion spent, and none of my friends on the other side of the aisle said a word about it. And frankly, what do we have to show for it? We're not much. So thanks to the tax cuts that were signed into the law last year by Republicans, not one Democrat voted for it, businesses large and small are increasing wages. That data's in too. They're hiring more workers. They're investing in growth. There are many, many good American business stories in my district. Every day I hear from a contractor or a builder or a store that tells me that they're doing better. Can we do better? Absolutely. And that's why I'm in Congress, to help that effort, to help create a more competitive environment. Government's role is not to create jobs. Government's role is to create an environment where the private sector creates the jobs and drives disposable income and overall incomes of the people. I want to give an example of one success story in my district. It's a company in East Central Pennsylvania by the name of Ashland Technologies. I asked them if we could speak on their behalf, and they were very excited at that prospect because they're very proud of what's been done. Thanks to the tax reform, Ashtec was able to open a new manufacturing facility, hire 20 new workers, and purchase nearly $2 million in new equipment thanks to the 100% depreciation just in the last couple of years. This is an area where unemployment, good paying jobs, we needed impetus such as this. So I have a question for Ms. Paul. Ms. Paul, would you say that your business record over the last several years has been similar to the one that I referred to as from Ashtec, hiring, expanding?
Absolutely.
That's great to hear. And with my last couple of seconds, can you provide any recommendations as to further tax changes that would benefit a business such as your own?
Well, in our business, one of the ones that would be great is the depreciation on buildings, because I have so many of them. You know, it's over 39 years, and that's a long time to depreciate out a building. So that's one that kind of relates to me.
Great. Thank you for your testimony. Thank you, Chairman. I yield back my